Assalamu alaikum. Let's cook. Okay, people, we spoke about this before on the original Runaway Slave channel, and it's about our black farmers being terrorized by the white community. Different places, different states, and we covered both of these farms in the past. We have the Colorado black farmers, the Mallorys, and also Tiffany's farm in Georgia. So we have one in Colorado and one in Georgia. And the white community just continues to terrorize these black people who are just growing food and trying to do their thing on their ranch and everything. You know what I mean? So let's talk about the Mallorys, the farmers in Colorado, right? Since they purchased their property, they've been getting terrorized by the white community. I mean, everything has happened. These white folks shooting at them, running on their property, killing their animals, poisoning their animals, dumping trash on their property, even killed one of their farm workers, killed one of their workers. You know, the white community in this part of Colorado has terrorized this family since they got there, man. And I think this brother is at his end. I mean, people listen to him. Tell me what you think.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. CW here with Freedom Makers Ranch. Just want to follow up, give y'all the update, man, on what's really been going on and what's been happening here. Just trying to hold it together, man. And when I say I'm really just trying to hold it together, I really mean I'm just trying to hold it together. I'm being tested. I'm being tested this week, you know, in more ways than one. And I need y'all help right now. I need the help and the support of the community to pull through this. How I'm feeling, man, is just disappointed, man. Just really just disappointed in the system, in the sheriff's office. Like, I can't make this stuff up, y'all. I have my moments where I'm not myself. You know, I feel as if I'm not myself when I'm talking like that. But you know, in that moment, that's how I'm feeling. Like, you know what I mean? They got me so. I'm stretched in every direction here, and I'm trying to run a business. I'm still trying to ranch. I'm still trying to raise a family here, and it's really not fair, man. It's really not fair. You know what I'm saying? That the system is being weaponized against me, and I don't really know what else to do. You know what I'm saying? But like, start acting out. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm to that point. You know what I mean? They are openly discussing stealing my livestock, you know, breaking onto my property, stalking me from north, south, east, and west on my property. It's very relentless, and it is intensified. You know what I mean? The sheriff's office is participating in it. You know what I'm saying? And trying to intimidate me from moving around my property, using or being on certain sides of my property. They just starting it all up again. You know what I'm saying? Someone has green lighted them into believing that their actions are justified. You know what I'm saying? No, there's no justice. It's not right to come to another person's property and destroy it, man, and affect their livelihood. You know what I'm saying? Disrupt their livelihood. You know what I'm saying? Harass people that come here and patronize our business. You know what I'm saying? That's not right. You know what I'm saying? To stalk people online, to steal license plates. You know what I'm saying? And follow me around town, chase me around town. You know what I'm saying? When I tell you I'm going through it, I'm going through it, man. You know what I'm saying? But in the midst of all of that, you know, something keeps telling me to just keep pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? Don't none of that stuff matter. Don't let it affect you. Just keep on pushing. Train ain't gonna stop. You know, but you know, I ain't gonna lie, man. Tell you how it makes me feel is just, you know, just exhausted, man. I'm just exhausted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm everything I do, man. I'm fighting here. You know, every decision I make, I'm making it out of I'm in survival mode. You know what I mean? I really am in survival mode. If they ain't attacking me, they're attacking the person next to me. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to do business with me. So I'm not only fighting my battles, I'm fighting for other people, fighting them to leave other people alone. So, you know, I'm double timing. You know, I'm double timing. At the same time, you know, I'm trying to keep the roof on my household in order, know what I mean? And it's just really, you know, it gets to us, man. It gets to us. So y'all just, you know, keep us in your prayers. Please continue to support. You know, be on the lookout. We got some events coming up in August, September. You know, dates on final. You know, everything is in the working right now. We got some big acts coming out. And just, you know, stay tuned. And keep us in your prayers. You know, call that sheriff's department and ask them, you know, get them Mallory some justice, man. And justice for all ranchers. You know, until then, till next time, you know, support a local farmer.
This really pisses me off, man, what they're doing to him and his wife, because I'm not really impressed by a lot of people or what a lot of people do, but I am impressed by farmers. You know, I'm impressed by black farmers and what they do, the work they do, and how important it is and how smart they are and how they have to have a plan and be structured and all that type of stuff. Man, this is terrible, man. The white community is doing what they always did to black farmers. It's never stopped. It's no different than the black farmers who were, you know, accused of doing something way back in the 1800s, the early 1900s, to a white girl so that a lynch mob could come and get rid of them, and that'd be their excuse to take this black family's land. You know, this brother right here, Mallory here, he looked like he hadn't slept in days. I mean, years, my bad, years. Seen him a couple years ago, and he just always looked exhausted, drained, and I could see why. He can't sleep 24/7. His brain has to be going. Even when he sleeps, he's up. He's thinking about protecting himself, his family, his farm, what these people are trying to do. He has the whole white community against him, the state, the sheriff's office, you know. Look him up. You can check this out, people. He documented this stuff, man. I mean, these people are harassing his wife, arresting him, all kind of nonsense. You know what, man? I think this brother here, man, I think it's only one thing he can do, people. In my opinion, I don't know. Get in the comments and let me know what you would suggest he does. What do you suggest? But the way it is right now, to me, it almost looked like he's on the verge of taking somebody up out of here, man. I really do. Because what else can he do? You know, what else can he do besides blow somebody's beak off? This dude, he can't go to the state. He can't go to the county. He can't go to the sheriff. They're all in on this type of stuff. And I hate to see this. He has a family. He has a wife, children. He wanted to do the farm thing, you know, for his family and all that, his ranch. They went out there, him and his wife, and purchased this ranch. But I don't want to see him, you know, have to leave his family, or even, you know, however he has to go, whether it be the state penitentiary or him just saying, I'm going out, you know. I hope I don't want him to do that. I don't want him to do that, you know what I'm saying? But I think for his own sake and for his health, because as long as he stays on that farm, he's not going to be able to sleep. He's just destroying he's burning at from both angles, from both edges. I mean, you know how it goes. He can't even sleep. He's not going to be healthy. You know what I mean? If this dude sleep for like a day, he'll probably be shocked. He's got his family. He's got to protect them. He's thinking about his wife, kids, animals. You know, what else could he do? I don't know, man. But to me, it seems like that's all he's going to do next. He can't eat. What else? I don't know. Or let them do that to him. I'd rather see him just move the mission to another spot, man. He did his thing. He went all the way out. He did something that most people could never say they could do. And he could still go to another location, you know what I mean? And probably somewhere where the people, their knuckles ain't dragging as low. I don't know, man, because right here, it's just like, I hate to see this happen because it's like, what is he supposed to do? Yeah, people did go out there to help him, you know what I mean, with the artillery and all that to protect him. But people, they can't stay there. They had to go back home. I think some of the brothers from New York went out there and some other places went out there with the rifles. Hawk Newsom. I believe that's his name, Hawk Newsom. I believe Hawk Newsom and some other brothers went out there. But this is terrible, man. I don't know. I just think the brother, I'd rather see him just live. For real. I'd rather see him just live and not have to take somebody's beak off. Because if he's going to do that, he got to go all out. If he's going to do that, and I don't want him to do that, he got to hit at least 5 of them. You know what I mean? Because he's going down anyway. And I'd rather see him go live his life with his family. And he could always, you know, get some rest, get his health up, and do this again somewhere else, another way. But these crackers are evil. They've been doing this since the 1800s, 1700s, you know, early 1900s. Terrible. Same thing going on in Georgia. The white community is harassing and terrorizing Tiffany farm as well. They've been doing that since the beginning. It's not to the magnitude of what's going on in Colorado, but that's only because the white folks in Colorado are just wilder and going all out. It's not like Tiffany's farm has something in place where they're stopping this. No, they're doing what they can do and what they have to do, yes. But if Tiffany's farm was in Colorado, these people would be doing the same thing to them. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I think her and her family are doing the best they could as well. The sheriff department may be against them also. You know, it's just not as bad as Colorado. That's all I can say. Not saying it's good. It's not good at all, because she just made a video about them shooting around her property, just being devils, trying to intimidate her.
Because these utility companies ripping people off. Big time. Yep. In the rain, shooting a gun, honey. These people is whack. I think the guy that's doing the shooting is one of our stalkers, and he be having manic episodes. I don't know what's wrong. We don't communicate with anybody around here. We just kind of like do our own thing. But he's always coming by. I mean, he's always like making signs with the camera. So I don't know what that's all about. But, you know, we do what we're supposed to do to get our property in order and to protect it. Yeah, I think that's where the gunshots are coming from, y'all.
You see that? You know, her and her family have been going through it as well. Not to the magnitude of the Mallorys out there, because I think, you know, out there in Colorado, it's like they in no man's land. These people really probably aren't used to a black person doing anything except playing sports out there. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to say that the people are better, the white people are better where Tiffany's farm is, but I think she's in a better situation because she's more on the East Coast. She's in Georgia. She's closer to some people, but it's still super bad for you in Georgia. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, when you all the way out there in Colorado, I don't know where the Mallorys are from, the people who own that ranch right there in Colorado, but it's just all bad, man. It's all bad. This is really messed up. And these are the things we go through, man, and always did. We start doing things that are important, you know, being self-sufficient, doing things that are beneficial to the people. They get really jealous. You know, I hear people say things like, oh, they jealous of us and stuff like that when they see, you know, black people doing a dance, or, you know, a show with Beyonce, and black people calling somebody a monkey that's a black woman and all that. Oh, they just jealous of us. We doing something that's athletic or cool or whatever. They're jealous, yeah, but that's nothing. You know what I mean? That's nothing, because regardless how anybody feels, they can say whatever they want, you know what I mean, about these mega superstars, these entertainers like Beyonce. The white man makes more off of her than her people ever will. So are they jealous? Yeah, just because they just some jealous crab type people. But this stuff right here, when you talk about farming, this is the important stuff that they're concerned about. You know what I mean? On a whole different level, because they like, these people are doing something to take care of themselves, to live, and not have to eat our franken foods that we trying to stuff down their throats every day and have them all crazy and whatever, all kinds of stuff. This is the stuff that they really jealous about. And we talking about farmers here. People, check the history, man, what they've always did to us. If you look back, you know, on the original Runaway Slave channel, I've done numerous videos on farmers and people that were lynched back in the day and stuff like that. That was usually all about land, man. And Ida B. Wells even said that was usually all about land. These people will come up with a lie, you know, they try to act like, oh, they got a reason, and they all outside the jail mobbed up. That's what they would do to the Mallory brother. If it was during that time, that's what they would do. They would have a white woman come out there and start screaming. Then they'd, oh, what happened? They'd be all down there at the, you know what I mean? You could look at some of the stories. John Scruggs, farmer, black farmer in Birmingham, you know, in 1908, had a farm. 100 white men killed him and his granddaughter. And drove 14 black landowners off their property. Took all the land. You know what I mean? Took all the land, yo. John Scruggs. Reverend Isaac Simmons. I definitely did a video about him. A black farmer from Mississippi. He was lynched by 6 white men in 1944. Really not that long ago. He refused to give up his land. Okay? And these white folks, they wanted this land because they knew it might be some oil deposits on that land. They brutally beat his son down, just pushed them all out of there, y'all. You know what I mean? This is what they do. Just to name a few. But there are hundreds upon hundreds in our history, man. This is really messed up right here. I hate seeing this stuff, especially with the brother and his wife in Colorado. People, get in the comment. What do you think they should do? And, you know, people, try to think about what's going on for real. You know, sometimes people give unrealistic comments. Oh, when I did, I shoot every. Tell the truth. Think about it. Because when I hear people just say wild stuff like that, it's like, well, why you ain't shoot somebody already then? Like, because this stuff is happening to, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm not saying you won't do it. I don't know you. I don't know, you know what I mean? But sometimes people just give some wild answers just because they know it's just the internet, you know, not thinking about this man and his family. He's going to leave his family. He's not going to see them no more. This, and that. What do you think? I'm not saying that somebody's saying, oh, he should go ahead, blow beaks, or maybe that's how you really feel. I don't know, but this is messed up, man. People, get in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Link in the description to my masterpiece, The N-Word is No Secret in the Service, and also link in the description for the email list so you can get on that just in case YouTube start YouTube and you know where the content is. Easy.